Hang on, let me start. Yeah. Alright. Sweet, sweet. Alright, so you good, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so you want to start with your points? Or you want me to start with mine?
Um, you can start with yours.
Alright, so my points are from Sakura versus Hinata at the war arc. My points are saying that Sakura is simply faster than her, smarter than her, stronger than her, and then she has the seal to make her bounce back from everything Hinata throws at her, because the seal can regenerate her damage, and also the chakra comes from a different point and it's not connected to her chakra network. So if her chakra network is shut down, she can activate her seal by doing one hand motion, or by willpower alone, because that's how Tsunade does it. And then it will just feed her chakra that she has stored in there, and she has over like 5 years worth of chakra in there. So I mean, after getting her chakra network shut down, when she gets her seal out, she'll be bouncing right back into the fight. So that's what I'm
All right.
saying. Yeah, there's other
All
stuff
right.
too, but that's like minor.
Yeah, no problem. Um, I agree with some of that. Like, I agree that Sakura is a little smarter than her and stronger physically,
Mm-hmm.
but any feats that show her speed, like, there aren't any like any real speed feats. I know, like most of the time, people say the Kaguya hand was
Mm-hmm.
coming at her, and Sakura and not Sakura, Sasuke and Naruto were
Yeah.
saying that's pretty fast. But remember that Sakura isn't light speed.
Of course not.
Sasuke and Naruto are light speed. They
Yeah.
can say something's fast to them
Mm-hmm.
because remember that Kaguya hand is like the size of like a giant tree or something. They probably weren't expecting it to be as fast as the size it was.
Mm-hmm.
They were surprised. They weren't really saying that, whoa, that is really fast even for us. They were just saying it's fast compared to what it is, and that
Right.
Sakura should probably watch out for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say she's like extremely fast, but probably like faster than the average ninja.
Right.
But even Hinata can is faster than the average ninja.
Yeah.
Not motion speed, but like fighting speed.
Oh yeah. Of course. No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt.
The Hyuga with their technique, the gentle fist, and with the Byakugan, they can see in slow motion and move
Mm-hmm.
quicker than the average ninja.
Right.
And Sakura cannot fight that fast. She can't move that fast enough to where she can actually hit her. And the thing you said with her 100 healings and all that,
Yeah.
yeah, she can heal, but once Hinata actually touches her, like the chakra points are gone. Like even if she uses the steel in her forehead, that requires chakra to open. You can't open it without the chakra. If your chakra points are already off, you can't turn it back on. So you can't really open it back up. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look
I
that
know
up
what you're
on
gonna
that.
say, like with how Naruto used his QB chakra powers
Well,
and
that's
all
that's
that.
different. That's different because
Yeah.
Kurima's a separate entity, so that's way different.
Yes.
But I did not think that the seal required chakra to open. But yeah,
Yeah.
if that's the
Because
case, I
remember
mean, yeah,
when she opened it the first time in the war arc, she used the hand sign,
yeah.
and those always require chakra.
All right, all right. But here's the thing, regarding the whole chakra points thing, outside of like filler or against fodder, you've never really seen Hinata shut somebody's whole chakra network down in one blow. You don't really see that often. Normally, you have to do that with the 64 palms. It's not like one strike is enough to knock somebody's entire chakra network out. Only person I've seen do that is probably Hiyashi, but that was also filler. I've never seen Neji do that or Hinata do that. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm just saying it's improbable that she could just one shot her with one good hit, unless it's like a critical chakra network point, like her stomach or
Mm.
something. But I don't know, man. I don't think that she'll just one shot her like that, especially if it's somebody like Sakura who knows what the Gentle Fist is and she knows how Hinata fights. I'm pretty sure Sakura would find a way to counter that in some way, like a substitution or chakra coding, because I know she has like really good chakra control and a whole lot of chakra, and it's been stated that you can use chakra coding to like defend yourself against the Gentle Fist. I mean, it's not going to make it a flawless defense, but it's at least something to lessen the damage, you know?
Yeah. That's true. She can use ninjutsu such as the substitution jutsu or the flicker jutsu and all that. With the Byakugan, she can see it coming. Like, if she uses the substitution jutsu, she can see that is the real size, probably like a log or something. With her 360 vision, thanks to the Byakugan, she could like hiding in a tree or in a bush. Where she's hiding with that, as long as the spot though where she can't see, and that's a really small spot, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
The one time when Sakura did exploit that is with Kaguya, when she was coming overhead, like head first to where she actually can't see her. Because if you're just standing there, like right behind a Hyuga, the only thing they won't see is probably like your head, because it's only a small point that comes out. I don't believe that she can actually like come at her head first the way she did with Kaguya, because that's really the only thing she did. Not really the only thing she did, but the major thing she could do at that moment. With a one-on-one fight with Hinata, it'd be almost impossible.
Okay, so you're saying that in a 1v1 situation, Hinata would never get touched by Sakura? Hello?
I said most likely.
Oh, most likely?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of doubt that, because I've never ever seen Hinata in a 1v1 situation and never get hit. I mean, even Neji has been in 1v1 situations. He's gotten hit by lesser characters. Like, you could see in the war arc when they're fighting against some of the Zetsus, Hinata struggled against a Zetsu, or like 3 Zetsus. And 3 Zetsus are nothing compared to Sakura during the war, you know? And she had her Byakugan activated too, and like, if Neji can get into fights with people and still take damage or get hit a couple of times, I don't think Hinata, who's not as good as Neji, is going to fight Sakura and never take a single hit from her.
Well, you gotta remember about like the narrative that was going on there. Like when Hinata was getting beaten by the Zetsus, it was Naruto who came and rescued her. That was the whole point of the story, where Naruto was coming to actually show off his power and flex on him. In reality, Hinata want to get caught off guard, or she want to get caught off guard and like be struggling with that, because if she actually like in character without the narrative, she would be they're in range of her 64 palms. And that's like not, it's actually a lot bigger than you actually think, because like once like they activate it and you actually see the details of it, it's actually like reaches probably like about 10 meters in diameter. So in reality, it would like they want to get within that area, and I don't think Sakura could get in that anyway.
I believe she could, and I mean, Sakura has other ways to get to her opponent. I mean, she can destroy the battlefield. She can punch with Mach cones around her fist. And the level of punching that she can do, obviously, like logically, she can make air pressure shots. That's kind of obvious. You can see that in like in Boruto. I mean, I know it's not the war arc, but the power of her punch can make a shockwave that's able to shatter an entire building chunk, you know? And if you take the kind of level of punching, I mean, she could punch from a distance and the air would probably still hit Hinata, in my honest opinion. That's just me, though.
Well, Hinata sort of has the power like that, too.
Yeah, I know the air palm, yeah.
Yeah. And I actually forgot this one point. That just reminded me. Remember when you said that Hinata can't, like, with one type, can't really, like, shut down the entire chakra system, but with her twin lion fist, that can automatically shut down the entire chakra network.
Do you have feats or proof for that? Because I have
No,
yet to see any.
it just stated that that's how the Twin Lion Fist works.
I checked the data books myself. It never said it takes all of your chakra, but it does say it takes chakra. And I find it hard to believe that it will take all of your chakra, because if that was the case, when Hinata hit Naruto with that attack in the last, it would have taken all of his chakra away. It's never been shown to take that away, and she's hit people with it before, but it never took all of it away in one blow.
Well, we can't like 100% know that it didn't. It could have like taken all of Naruto's chakra away, but he could have gotten some from Karma, like a bit of his chakra into himself, you know. But anyway, let's say she does like a good amount of chakra. Sakura isn't like Naruto or any of like the other huge amounts of chakra. She can't last with like half her chakra gone like that. And yeah, she could use her.
She can.
How?
Because remember in the war arc, right? You remember when they had the flashbacks to when Sakura was training with Tsunade, right? And it was stated that the entire time she was there, from the beginning of Shippuden to the war arc, she was at half of her power because she was in storage mode the entire story. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The entire 5 years. So she was fighting sorcery at half power. She was fighting Pain's monsters at half power. That's why she was able to be knocked down so quickly, because she was easy to be fatigued. Also in the second Chunin exams, she was already too tired to run across the stage, you know? And that's your evidence right there to show that she was already at half power for that entire series. So, I mean, when she gets to her maximum, I mean, even if you take her chakra away, she still has 5 years worth of chakra stored in that seal. And on top of that, she has top tier chakra control. So, I mean, if she's going off of her seal, she's going to fight for a really long time. Because that's 5 years worth of chakra just stuffed into her forehead.
Well, if it's just plain out the time, like waiting to like do that with someone who's gonna hit you with 10,000s of newtons of energy on you, is gonna just let that happen. But I don't see how Sakura can get up to Hinata to where she can actually hit her. Like,
she can bait, because that's one of her other tactics. She can bait her. I mean,
bait her how?
Alright. One thing that Sakura is known for doing is faking to be like taken down. She's done that against Sorcery, she did that against Fuin, she did that against a lot of people. Kido in the novel, where she just fakes to be knocked unconscious, and the person gets close to them, she'll punch them or will do whatever she does. And on top of that, you can look into every data book, and you can look into most of her important fights. She's really good at memorizing your attack patterns and adapting to your fighting style and evading that. So I mean, if she's fighting Hinata, right? I mean, if she was able to memorize Sorcery, the guy who's fighting with hundreds of puppets from a distance, if she can memorize those attack patterns, I'm pretty sure she can memorize the attack patterns of Hinata. Because evasion and prediction is one of her best skills, because Hinata taught her that. So I mean, if she just runs away from Hinata most of the time, or just dodges when she gets too close, she can read her and pick up on that eventually. I mean,
okay. Well, Hinata just moves too fast. Combat speed, she just moves way too fast for her to actually adapt to do that. Like, remember, combat speed and movement speed aren't actually the same thing.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, she can dodge, but that's movement speed. But like, Hinata's attack speed is much faster than what Sakura can move. Like, yeah, I don't doubt that she could probably adapt to her style, but like, Hinata just attacks way too fast. Sakura to actually like analyze it and actually adapt to it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm asking you this, so just in a basic taijutsu fight, right? Just basic hand-to-hand taijutsu. So, without activating her Byakugan, would Hinata be too fast for Sakura to read? Like, would it be that difficult for her?
Probably not, but like, that's the whole thing with the Hyugas. They use their Byakugan.
And
it's not really fair to put this into a fight to where...
Oh, no, I'm just asking in general.
Yeah, I know. But, think so.
So if you bring since Sakura knows about the Byakugan though, I don't think she'd be dumb enough to get close to her and just let that happen to her though, because
But
she
that's what I
knows that
mean.
she's
Like,
up against.
but there's no possible way for her to get actually to her. Then
I mean, there's always Katsuyu. She can summon Katsuyu, and Katsuyu can dump out oceans of poison and not poison, acid at you, and then clone herself endlessly and just overwhelm Hinata with endless shots of acid coming from her from all directions. So I mean, if she brings out the summoning, she doesn't even have to get close to Hinata to take her down.
well, Hinata could also again use her air palm to push Katsuyu and her clones. Like,
The
let's say there's two Katsuyu clones in front of her, behind her, or like all directions. She could just use her air palm again to just shoot them away from her.
yeah, but the air
Again
palm
with
only goes in one direction.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like you could push one way and then do it another way.
So you think Hinata's fast enough to just take on a whole ocean of Katsuyus just being thrown on top of her?
Yes, because when Neji when they were going to rescue Sasuke, he
Mm-hmm.
was fighting I don't remember his name, but he
The spider
sent down
guy?
all of those spiders
Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So and Neji trained Hinata for her entire teenage life. So I don't doubt that she could do that either.
Yeah, but the thing is, she never got to Neji's level though. So saying that she can do exactly what Neji can do is, it's a bit of, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but I don't doubt it entirely. But I
Well, that
mean,
when they said that, like, they're not like saying like she wasn't to his level back then. Like at the period now, like
the war
yeah,
arc,
she's probably
yeah.
not. Yeah, she's probably not like at the same level but back then to like compare likely.
Hmm. I mean, in the war arc though, I mean, she just figured out how to do the 64 palms. She literally just figured it out in the war arc.
Actually, in the fight against what Guren, she actually used the 64 palms on her.
Yeah,
Or I think as the clown.
that's filler. I was going off
That
of
is
no
my
filler.
bad.
Yeah.
Um.
Like
Well,
canonically in the
matter,
manga, you know.
like I don't doubt that she can like whenever she gets the opportunity, she
What'd you say?
whenever like
Sorry, it's kind of lagging a little
regardless,
bit.
just learned it. You know.
Yeah. All right, all right.
All right. I said regardless if she learned it back then,
Mm-hmm.
like so it's the opportunity.
Okay, but all right. So we established that technically Sakura can't get to her because if she gets to her, she's going to be doomed, right? But
Yes.
that's where other things come into play because we have her range ability. We have Katsuyu, but we already talked about that. Then we have setting traps. We have her tools that she can use. We have destroying the battlefield. We have she can throw kunai. She can throw giant boulders at her if she wanted to. I mean, she can control the area from a distance if she really wanted to. I mean, eventually
Well,
Hinata could get beat.
with half of those can't those or use the same tools like with the kunai. Every ninja has that. I don't doubt Hinata
Yeah.
has those either. And with breaking the ground, yeah, motion. So like whenever if she sees like the ground like breaking coming towards her in her perspective slowly, it's easy to just dodge that. These guys move it to where they're blur. And Hinata can just use the air palm to just break that into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, and while that's happening, though, I mean, Sakura can come up behind her. She can do all types of things. So she's fast enough to do that. So if she throws a giant boulder at Hinata, she can quickly run behind her. And either way, Hinata's going to have to stop one of those two things.
She can stop both. She has two hands.
Yeah, I know, but you telling me that if she clashes fists with Sakura, she's going to make that?
I'm not saying she's gonna clash fists with her. I'm saying she could use air palms to the Rock and Sakura.
Okay, okay, fair enough. But I mean, the air palms are just gonna prolong the inevitable because the air palms don't one shot your chakra networks. They just attack them.
That's true, but if Hinata hits her with that out of the air onto the ground, and then Hinata could run up to her and then attack her. 100% fight, but at least like disfigure, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 So we got that out of the way. So if that's the case, what if Sakura has her seal activated at the beginning of the fight?
At the beginning of the fight,
What's gonna happen then?
well, really, what the steel does, you know, so inner damage from Hinata to her will just be healed. I could see that happening. I don't know. At that point, I think it'd really be hard for Hinata to actually do much. But again, at that point, trying to get up to her. Like, yeah, she can heal all, like, let's say she uses and they get to each other, or Sakura gets to her
Mm-hmm.
and like tries to hit her. Again, Hinata with her Byakugan compared to Sakura is way too fast. Hinata could like dodge that and use like within like she's in the range now. She could use the 64 palms and destroy all of her, not destroy, but like disable all of her chakra points at that point.
Yeah, but the seal will continue to feed her chakra from another chakra network. I mean, not chakra, another chakra source, because the seal is an external chakra source. So, if she shuts down her chakra network and the seal will just keep on feeding her more chakra, it's going to force her networks back open again. Sorry, I mean, should I repeat that?
No. That didn't like. I'm just trying to think like if that like that's actually how it works. I don't know if that's 100% how it works, but I'll just give you that. Huh. Okay, I can see that. All right. If she uses her seal in the beginning of winning that,
What do you say?
I can see her winning that. If she uses her seal at the beginning of the fight.
Well, that was my point because I said the seal. That's 90% of the reason why Sakura can beat her. It's because of the seal. If she's not using the seal, she's not beating her. Well, that's what I said in my video at least, because she needs that seal to beat her. Now, if she's fighting without the seal, period, I don't think it's possible for her to really beat Hinata without cheating or something. But even then, that's kind of iffy. But if she has the seal and she turns the seal on, I'm 100% sure she'll win. Because at that point, when she has the seal, she'll just keep bouncing back. She'll get her chakra, she has regeneration, and she can just tank whatever Hinata throws at her. She could like take a jab and then just put one right on her jaw and end it right there.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just I don't know that like if you like take out the chakra points, like because of the seal, I don't know if like it will like 100% guarantee that will like open them back up once like the 64 palms has been initiated.
Well, there's no like concrete evidence, but I think I'm going off of logic because the seal does in fact feed her chakra while it's active. So whenever she runs out, the seal will just give her another set. So if she gets her chakra network shut down, the seal will continue to feed her, and so just like how Naruto got his chakra network brought back because he got chakra from an external source which is not linked to his network, if it's just feeding him chakra, it will force the network back open because the chakra has to go somewhere, you know. So if the seal's going to be forcing chakra into her, it's going to open it back up again. Because I mean, it should be the same mechanic as having the Kurama do it because it's still an external chakra network, chakra source. So I mean, you can't really shut down the seal because it's not.
It could be that Kurama's chakras, like the chakra of a tailed beast, it's like so much to where it has to be forced open.
Well,
But
that's the
like,
thing though, because if you go back into Sakura's data book, her chakra nature is both yin and yang, and a tailed beast chakra is made out of yin and yang, lots of it. So 5 years worth of yin and yang chakra should probably do the exact same thing that Koruma's little burst did to Kid Naruto.
hmm. Well, the only thing I can see that Hinata could do is, like, let's say she isn't, like, they're in range of each other,
Mm-hmm.
like with her twin lion fist, like she could hit multiple chakra points at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but like they're gonna keep opening. But if like they keep going at this back and forth, then eventually,
Then
Sakura
eventually,
would run out of chakra,
you think that
or at
he
least
not? What'd you say?
I said, or at least close enough to where she has a substantial amount of chakra to where they won't open them back up.
I don't think Hinata's gonna be able to keep shutting down her chakra network to take away 5 years worth of chakra in one fight. That's a lot of chakra, especially when Sakura's chakra control is that high to where she doesn't even need that much to be at her full capacity. That'll take a really long time of fighting just to run Sakura down to zero. Cause that's 5 years.
Well, how about, since like you said, like Sakura like has to open like the seal in her head,
Mm-hmm.
like how what's the difference between that and like the chakra points? Like, can't you just close the chakra, not the chakra seal in her forehead, and like close that off? Because with the Barakigan, she can see chakra, and I can see that the chakra is coming from this seal from hers.
Yeah,
Like
but
closing that off.
the seal does not have a chakra point linked to it though. So if she hits her in the head, it might do something, but I don't think it'll actually damage the seal's chakra pool because it's not linked to any physical part of her body. It's just there. It's a whole different bank of chakra just in her body that's not connected to her actual chakra network until she turns that seal on. Then it starts to pour chakra into her chakra network. So I don't
Well,
think the seal itself is like a point where you can just hit it and then shut it down.
hmm. Well, this all just determines if like Sakura uses her seal in the beginning of the fight, which is
Yeah,
most likely not to happen. Like, if she does it at the beginning of the fight, I can see Sakura winning at it. But like, if everything is like,
from base to
would
base.
yeah, from base to base to ability, and then eventually, trap card at the end of the fight, then Hinata would win that. 'Cause at that point, you would have canceled her points to where she can't actually activate the healing. You know,
Yeah,
so
but I'm pretty sure if Sakura is getting cornered and she realizes that she doesn't have any other options to get to Hinata, I'm pretty sure she'd turn that seal on, because then she has to go all out. And if not, she could just hang back and be on Katsuyu and just spam. Because you can't damage Katsuyu, and Katsuyu has her own set of hacks going on. Like, Katsuyu can just take chakra from the nature around her, and Katsuyu takes no damage. Katsuyu can shield Sakura from literally practically anything. So if Sakura wants to avoid Hinata, she will.
well, there's only like so much evasion she can actually do. Like, remember the air palm is just that, just air palms, like gust of air like coming at her like
Mm-hmm.
the whole time. Like, let's say she does like hide in a tree or like keep running from her throughout the forest. The air palms can like bust through the trees and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's been shown to at least like do some capacity of doing that. Um, and with, let's say she's on top of Kasuyu, like she just use air palm. Like, yes, it won't damage her, Like, but it will push her back, you know.
Yeah, but that's gonna prolong the inevitable though. And I mean, what's Hinata gonna do if Katsuyu just decides to pour acid on the entire battlefield? Where's she gonna go? What's she gonna do?
Well, where's the battlefield? She could just get off of that.
I mean, yeah, if she jumps into a tree, but the acid can melt said tree. And it's been stated by Orochimaru that Katsuyu's acid can kill pretty much anyone. That's why he doesn't want to mess with her. So I mean,
Well, Hinata could just run away from the battlefield as well.
fair enough.
Like, no one's just gonna let that, you know, go at them. Like, either if it's on the floor, no one's just gonna let that spill onto them or just spit that at them, you know.
Yeah, but then it would turn into just a chase scene. That's what it would turn into. And since Hinata's not fodder, she just keep running, and Sakura would just keep chasing her with the acid. And I mean, that wouldn't really result in much of a fight. But yeah, you are correct though.
And another thing is like, let's say Sakura's on top of you just use the air pump to push her off of it, off of Katsuyu.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, as I've seen, like in the anime and in the manga, like, there's no like visible, like, you can't actually like see the air pump coming at you, you know.
Yeah, only in the anime is it visible. In the manga, there's really nothing there.
Yeah. So it's safe to say like it's unseen unless you had like a dojutsu.
Mm-hmm. But
So
I mean, there is common sense though. I mean, you see her pointing her palm at you, you're probably gonna know what's gonna happen. And on top of that, I mean, she does say the move when she's about to do it. Usually, I mean, that's just the anime thing, but I mean,
yeah.
there is common sense though. You'd probably expect that when you see her just shooting her hand out, because remember, Sakura knows her, so I mean, she's not going to be ignorant enough to just stand there and just take it.
Well, vice versa as well. Like for like in like they've been growing up in the same village. Like for years, Hinata knows that she's been training with Tsunade, who's been training her with her chakra strength and all her things about that. So I don't doubt that she knows some of her abilities as well.
True, true. What do you know about the chakra scalpels?
Chakra scalpels?
Yeah.
You mean like how they use their chakra into like a fine point on
Yeah.
their hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's basically like the same thing that the gentle fist does. If anything, if you think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong. The first time that was used was that with Tsunade
Yeah.
versus what is this dude's name?
Kabuto.
Kabuto. That.
Mm-hmm.
During that fight, Kabuto actually used kind of the same technique that the gentle fist is, and to where he puts chakra into his hands to where he destroys the nerve cells in Tsunade's body,
Right.
to where she can't move anymore. And the thing about that is, Kabuto was actually bad at taijutsu.
Yeah, I'm aware of
Take
that.
that master of Hinata, the Hyuga, who's literally bred to actually be the best taijutsu, not her specifically, but the clan, the best taijutsu masters in the Hidden Leaf, with a better taijutsu style against basically like another Tsunade.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Regarding the chakra scalpels, though, Sakura knows the chakra, so she can use that, right? So, I mean, one touch, and wherever she's touching, that's gonna be off. That entire limb is gonna be shut down because there goes the nervous system for that limb. So
that's kind of gentle fist as well. Like
yeah,
you hit
I know.
chakra point and like is shut down.
So I mean,
Chakra-wise, at least.
well, yeah, I know, I'm aware of that, but I mean, with the chakra scalpel, you're cutting their tendons too. You're cutting their nerves. So I mean, if Sakura gets one good touch on her, because Hinata can't self heal, at least not in the manga sense. She can't self heal. So if Sakura gets it with the chakra scalpels, I mean, that's like a done game. So I mean, if she has her seal on, and she hits it with a chakra scalpel, or even the body derangement technique, what's Hinata gonna do? Because that's
Hmm.
stuff you have to self heal to fix, and the body derangement can be done in one hit.
True. Um. Hmm. The only thing I could see is like if I don't know. I feel that for Sakura to be pulling out Katsuyu and her 100 healings at the beginning of the battle, it's just unlikely. I
Yeah,
don't
all
think
right,
like
yeah,
she
yeah.
can
In
obviously do
character,
it,
in
but like
character,
in
she would not.
character,
Yeah,
she wouldn't be doing this like all out.
yeah, of course.
Like that's the only. But before all that stuff, I don't. I think Hinata would win. But like, if she uses that, um, Sakura will win. But like, I don't think she will have time to like could last long enough to where she could actually use it.
Mm-hmm. Unless the narrative is just them just fooling with each. Okay, so
Right.
so what we can agree on is that with seal, Sakura wins. Without
Yeah.
seal, Sakura loses.
Yes.
All right, I agree on those two. I agree on that.
Yeah.
No
All right.
seal, she loses. With seal, she wins.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Is there anything else? Do you want to talk about Bloodlusted maybe, or any parts after this? Because I mean, I can discuss other parts if you want.
Um. If you want, we could just talk about like the either the last or like Boruto arcs.
Oh, the last, the last is kind of, hmm. The last is weird for me because I'm not sure on the timeline for that because there is Sakura Hedon or Heden,
It's
whatever.
about like 2 or 3 years after the main story.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what time the novels are part of that because the novel Sakura, which is after the war, when she's like that's like the It's not Boruto, but that's like the last, but like
Mm,
before Boruto, but after the last. So I mean,
true.
the novel Sakura, I think novel Sakura would wreck Hinata because after the last, Hinata kind of retires a little bit. Because I mean, after she gets with Naruto, it's like she just kind of slides down. She just takes it easy for a while.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the novel, Sakura's out here beating up Jinchuriki, dodging lightning from multiple directions while she's drugged and weakened and has her seal
Mm,
turned off. I mean, I think I think the last Sakura would beat Hinata, and Boruto Sakura versus Hinata. That's not even fair because Hinata's retired and Sakura's still on the field. I don't think that's even fair.
fuck that. In the Boruto
Mhm.
um novels and all that, um she doesn't really have any feats because again she's retired and she isn't trained anymore.
Mhm.
And the last, it's shown that she actually is better with her taijutsu, like
Oh
with
yeah.
the moon puppets. When
Mhm.
they were attacking her, she defeated all of them in quick success. That all destroyed and mangled in pieces and all that stuff.
Right. I mean,
So I that Sakura is much better at like all of her original traits and techniques.
mhm.
Just Hinata is just faster with her taijutsu.
Right. But I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy on that though because I mean, in the last was a really iffy film in general.
Yeah.
It was really iffy period because I mean, you have parts where like Hinata forgot she can run on walls, and then we have parts where
Hmm.
she's struggling with puppets before she ends up winning, and I think it's kind of iffy. But yeah, she does improve. That's obviously stated, but considering what Sakura starts pulling off in her novel, which is a little bit after the last. You want to count that as part of the last era or no?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so um in the novel era, they already got married. So I mean, after that she retired. But I don't know. So if you want to talk about the last, like the movie time period, or after, including the novels.
Um, Either is fine, including the novel, I guess.
Does I don't think Hinata still has her Hamura chakra though, does she? Because she hasn't really used it after the last at all. I don't know what's up with that.
Saying that just sounds like that like one thing that people keep saying, like how Naruto lost his six path chakra. Like I don't think like she 100% lose it. Like it's still there. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know like how the so like great kind of like a Super Saiyan kind of thing. It'll
Yeah.
just activate.
Probably, yeah, most likely. All right, so here's my thesis on the whole last era. I think Sakura
Mm-hmm.
wins there because of the feat she pulled off in the novel, which is, dodging the lightning from several people coming at her from all directions. Mean at the same time she was poisoned, drugged, hallucinating, and weakened by the poison and did not have access to her super strength until later. Which that's a pretty big deal to be dodging
Yeah.
lightning coming from all those people. Not to mention they all have Nine Tails chakra cloaks. I don't know how they got those. I forgot. I gotta read the novel over, but they all had chakra cloaks from the Nine Tails, and she fought them off by herself, and then beat the main dude by herself too, because she got impaled by his giant tail, and then she turned on her seal, and she did some hacks thing where she'd punch him and then like put chakra into his stomach to kind of make his cells divide till they're like
Mm-hmm.
able to die out, and then she negated his regeneration and took him out.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing.
I think those kind of feats and that kind of speed and that kind of endurance while she's poisoned and all that, I'm pretty sure in full health, Sakura would probably finesse Hinata. Like she'd probably outspeed her.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Because I mean,
Sakura is just like her feats and abilities are just hacks at that point. You know, like that thing where she used the chakra to divide the cell
hmm
age very rapidly. That's hacks. That's some next level stuff right there. At that point, I don't think
but yeah, I
anyone could really do anything against that. You know, of course, except
probably Naruto and
Naruto and
Sasuke.
Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, who else is that? You know, so yeah.
So yeah, I think Sakura wins in the last era.
Mm.
But then again, I mean, it's probably just a lack of feats for Hinata because she doesn't even have a
Yeah.
novel. And I mean, on top of that, she does kind of retire after, so that's why I don't think it's fair.
Mm.
That's why my initial video was not about Boruto or the last, because it's not really fair because Hinata retires and Sakura doesn't. So I rather
Yeah, you
not,
know,
you know.
yeah, it was just that's like a little thing just to play with.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I guess the same applies for Boruto, because I mean, Sakura was toying with a dude who had like 11 Magenkyo Sharingans on his head,
Yeah, true.
and Hinata kind of stays at home. I mean, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but she's not really doing anything, and I don't think that she's still in her prime at this point when she's been raising a family and not doing anything else, like
Mm.
anything difficult at all. So I mean, I probably give
Except
Boruto
changing
to
diapers,
Sakura
but
too.
yeah. So I guess that's about it. Like in before, back to the war arc. I guess before the healings, Hina will win, and after
Yes,
that, Sakura will win.
yeah. So if the healings are turned on, Sakura wins. If the healings are not turned on, Hinata wins. And the same applies for like all the eras before that. Like
Yeah,
when they're children, Hinata demolishes. At the beginning of
yeah,
Shippuden, Hinata probably still demolishes. Pain arc, she'll still beat Sakura, but it won't be as easy because she still has Katsuyu. But she's still gonna win because there's no healings for her. So yeah. So like after the seal is obtained, that's when I think it starts going in Sakura's favor because when she turns it on, she practically wins at that point. So yeah, if there's no seal in the fight, then Hinata wins. If there's a seal in the fight, yes, Sakura's gonna win. So can we just agree on those things? And is your thing okay? Hello?
all right, there
Okay. So
you there.
closing statement is
Yeah,
if there's no seal, Sakura loses. If there's a seal, Sakura wins.
All right, yeah.
All right, cool. And then for the the last and into Boruto, it's just Sakura wins because she is still on the field and Hinata's not.
Yeah.
So it's not even a fair fight. All
Yeah.
right, so I guess we're done here.
Mhm.
All right, that was a really good debate too, by the way. You brought some really good points.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm free to do this with like indie characters. You decide to have any
um, okay,
or have any comments about.
let me think. I don't think I have any others, unless you're open for like other shows, like maybe Dragon Ball or
Yeah, we
something
can
like
do
that.
this. Yeah.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, because you know what you're talking about. So yeah, you made this pretty hard for me. So yeah, I'd love to debate you another time too. So we could probably do something else around probably next week or something. Thinking probably
All right.
doing hmm, probably Sakura versus Lee, but that's just a matter of hacks. So I don't think that's
All right.
even worth talking about.
Okay.
But you have any debates that you're thinking about though?
Not that comes at the top of my head.
Hmm. Goku versus Vegeta.
In which form
I'm
or
thinking
which
end of
timeline?
Super. End of Super.
End of Super.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like that would be a kind of short video, but like, unless you want to do it now.
I mean, I could just cut the recording and then we could start that one for another video.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, so yeah, I'll just cut that then. So closing statement, we'll just say that one more time. With the seal, Sakura wins. Without the seal, Sakura loses. There
Yeah,
you go. And after that, she wins because lack of experience in feats.
for
Cool.
Hinata.
Yeah. All right.